Hi Aquarius, it's Christina here from In the Know Tarot. You might remember me from the Tarot Shack. I did readings on YouTube a while back, but I took a little break and now I'm back and I've changed the name. So I have uploaded another reading that was, I believe, groundbreaking revelations, and that was for you for the entire month of September. Now this reading is just kind of a extended general, like a pretty much kind of like, it's for Aquarius, but it's like extended. So off of that first reading, anything like else that possibly to give us a little bit more information that maybe didn't come out in the first reading. So this is, like I said, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is even possibly for cross watchers, and it's for September. So if you haven't seen that first reading, you might want to go back and check it out. Remember, only take what applies, discard the rest. I'm using two different decks again for this reading, same ones, Rider-Waite, and I've pulled one card from Find Your Happy by Shannon Kaiser. Now let's go ahead and get started. So your very first card we've got is the King of Swords here. And so as a clarifier, I've got the Sun card and that's reversed. So that row is our past. We've got past, present, and future, and then outcome. So you were upright in the past. If this was you, you could have been dealing with another air sign. Could be Aquarius like yourself, or Gemini, or Libra. However, some of you may also be dealing with a Leo in particular, because we've got the Sun card. Now this could be a very logical person, very smart, very intellectual. Their mind just goes like really fast, like they might figure out things that like just really fast, just like before someone else, you know, even saw it, they've already figured the situation out. This person might be one step ahead, so you could be one step ahead of someone, or they could be one step ahead of you. This may be, if it's someone you're dealing with, like I said, the Leo, this person may just be like, or another air sign, or you. This person just is very smart. This person always seems to be like one step ahead. And I feel like in the past here, okay, you were either given some information or given something. So it's like I see someone is like reaching out and giving you something here in the past. Now that could be you were giving someone, I mean, I literally get the feeling that somebody gave you something. So, or you gave someone something. Possibly an air sign or a Leo. Now, it's like someone giving someone something more than what they had before. And what I'm getting for some of you, it could have just been information. Like you gave someone information, or someone gave you information, or the universe gave you information. And it's like you have so much more because that cup is just overflowing. Whatever it was, it doesn't have to be information. I say that because some of you definitely received information, knowledge of some sort. But it could be anything. It was something where, you know, possibly your cup was empty, or your cup was only had a little bit, and now it's like overflowing because of what you got. So, something like that. But now, this could have been like an offer of love for some of you. It could have been, could have been like work related for some, where you got like a promotion, like more than what you had. You got a raise. You were making, for example, a certain amount, and then you got a raise, and now your cup is overflowing because you have so much, you know, increase. It's like an increase of information, increase of knowledge, increase of data, increase of you know, money, if it's work related, increase of you know, it's just something. Maybe if you were in a position, for some of you at work, where you know, couldn't really, you just were promoted to a higher, you know, department or another area where you actually are like able to learn more about that. So something like that. Now, judgment here. For some of you, like I said, I believe that you were given information. Now, in the past, you might not have understood that information. So the way it came to you, or you gave information, the way it came to you, you might not have understood it, because we've got the judgment card in reverse. And I feel like with that, as I'm looking at that card is reversed. See that? So if it were upright in this specific situation, I feel like that would be like, da, 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 you know, you got the information, you received it well, you understood it, you acknowledged it, or the other person did. But like this in the past here, it's like no kind of like sounding alarm, no trumpets playing, no, you know, you didn't really get it. So possibly, or the other person didn't. So it's just like not understanding it. This is like kind of like a communication barrier. For example, if someone were to tell you something in a different language, and you didn't understand that language, then you wouldn't get it. There was some kind of barrier, and that's just an example. But I feel like, or another person wouldn't get it because there's a barrier here in the past. There's something in the past here blocking it. So like a language barrier. For some of you, it literally may be a language barrier that you didn't understand. Like, but it doesn't have to be. It's more like that. It's more like that, though. Someone gave you a message. They told you something, and the way you heard it, the way you processed it, the way you understood it, or they did, was wrong because of this barrier of communication, like this block, like for language, for example. And it doesn't even have to be. It's just the way you were communicating with each other. Someone didn't get it here. Now, we've got the Magician, and before that we have the Ten of Wands, and that's reversed. So I feel like some of you were carrying a heavy load, or someone was, and they put that load down, okay? They put that load down. And when they put that load down, they were able to manifest something else. So in the past here, this is like someone who, I don't know, I'm going to get a clarifier, because I feel like there was some sort of language barrier, but then I feel like that barrier, I don't need a clarifier, that's what it is. Okay, so there was some sort of barrier, there was some sort of block, and this Ten of Wands, putting it down, that's like the block being lifted, okay? That's like maybe if, for example, and I'm just using this as an example, just so y'all know, but it doesn't even have to be information and communication. But this is like if you had a block in information and communication trying to be expressed. This is like literally that block. It clears up so that you can then you then receive it. Okay, so it looks like whatever it was. So if someone, for example, if it was a language barrier, then you would go to some sort of someone that would translate that information, and then you understand it. Or you would go online, and there's like tools online where you would translate and you would understand it. That's what I'm getting here. So there's some sort of communication block, but it's resolved to where then you understand, and it doesn't have to be language, but then you understand it. And you literally receive the information, okay? And this has to possibly do with a love relationship, because we have the Lovers, but it is reversed now. This is in the past, we have the Five of Wands, and that's reversed, and then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is also reversed. Now I feel like someone wanted to manifest, someone might have been lonely, and there might have been conflict between these people, and they were trying to manifest less conflict. They were trying to manifest, like I said, there was some sort of block in between these people, and it doesn't have to literally be communication. It's just perspectives, for example, like looking at situations, like understanding each other. These people might think totally different and see things totally different. So in the past year, so it's kind of hard for them to get on the same page, kind of thing. But like I said, I think something happened and someone got some communication, and they're seeing it a little different now, like possibly like the other person sees it, because there's been some sort of, it's just like somebody gave somebody some information and it wasn't clear at first, and then something happened, and that block there got lifted and someone was able to understand, and that helped bring these people together, and it helped with like less conflict. Okay, so could have been dealing with an Aries. I'm not sure if I said that, but you could have been dealing with an Aries. Could be dealing with a water sign, so Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. Could be dealing with a Libra. I already said Leo. A Libra in specific, another Aquarius like yourself. And I said any air sign, any fire sign, really. Just about anyone. So it literally could be anyone in a general reading, but regardless, let's get back to the present moment, and we've got the Seven of Cups, and that's reversed. Okay, for the Seven of Cups, and that's reversed, this is a situation, and then you've got, okay, so this is a situation like looking at the Eight of Wands. The Seven of Cups reversed, this is like not being able to move forward because you don't see the way. You don't see the path. You don't see the way forward. You don't feel like there's another option. You feel like your back is against the wall here in the present. You are the other person. Someone feels like there's no other option. There is like no other way to do something. They're only seeing it one way. It's a very like hopeless or helpless kind of thing where you feel like you have no other options, like your back is against the wall. And then you've got that Eight of Wands coming in, okay? And that right there is like, that's forward movement, that's action. So that could be information coming in and you seeing it a totally different way, because before you thought, hey, I'm not going to be able to go forward. We can't go forward. There's no other way. And here comes another way. And then you see another way, or someone does. And it's like forward movement. It's like forward movement because you are possibly being given this information. You're given this information, and therefore you can go forward, is what I'm getting for some of you. You then see another way because you have another option. You weren't looking at anything but that one option, or someone else wasn't, and now you see a different way. So you see a different way. So for some of y'all, you see another way to move forward. It's like going from hopeless, helpless, we can't move forward, to complete opposite, change, fast, quick arrows. So like news coming in, fast news, information. This is totally changing the direction of where you were going. You were going in one direction and you didn't think you had another option, but this is changing of a direction really quickly. This is like where, you collide with either another person, or ideas collide, or perspectives collide. This is like, okay, this is like, that whole row is like you seeing something one way, someone else seeing something another way, and you can't like meet in the middle because you are so both seeing it your way. And then it's like information is exchanged possibly, and but before that information is exchanged, you both feel helpless and hopeless and don't feel like you can change the direction, don't feel like you can move forward. And then all of a sudden this information comes, and it's like, it makes everything clear. You can start to see each other's perspectives. You can start to see new, it doesn't even have to be two people, but it can be, because we've got the Knight of Cups here and we've got the Knight of Swords. And like I said, it's when you collide, it's when two different worlds kind of collide. So could have something to do with separate areas in your life for some of you, like when separate areas collide, like work and love, or finance and love, or family life and work. It's like when these two areas collide. So there's two areas that are colliding, or two people that are colliding, and their ideas are coming together. And then because you're exchanging ideas, or someone gives you an idea, or you give them an idea, then you're colliding. You're seeing how, you can move forward. You were stuck, and now literally whatever this information was, whatever happened, you aren't stuck anymore in the future. This literally gets you, the Aquarius, to a point where you're not stuck. You're actually, you've actually got out of those, ropes and took the blindfold off and then walked right on out of the sword. So you're not stuck, and you thought you were stuck. You were in a very down spot there for a little while, and someone else kind of helped you, or you completely changed that on your own with just like an idea. It's like, for some of you, it's like you were stuck on a work project, and you were like, I can't get this going. I can't get it going. And then, you had like fast idea come in, and you changed the direction of it because it wasn't working. And as soon as you changed the direction, then it was like, it was like it collided, and then you were, everything's moving forward again. So you're unstuck. So in the future, I see you definitely getting yourself unstuck if you haven't already. So we've got the Two of Cups here, and that's reversed actually, followed by the Justice card. Some of you could have been dealing with a Libra. Not necessarily. I'm getting more of like a karmic feel. So it could be like a karmic situation, a karmic lesson, a karmic pattern, karmic relationship, something like that. This could be someone possibly getting unstuck from something karmic like that, ending a karmic tie with someone, or karmic situation, or kind of just like learning a lesson. This is someone who possibly, what goes around comes around. This is someone who's possibly got, it's just like karma. It's like balancing the scales, and it's kind of like clearing old karma. So someone was clearing old karma here, and this is possibly, like I said, a Libra for some of you. It's definitely could be a fire sign, but I believe if this isn't you, this is someone who definitely, this King of Wands here, this is definitely like your match, because you've got King of Swords up here at the top, you've got King of Wands down here, opposite. You definitely could be like opposite each other. You could be like polar opposites, like Aquarius and Leo, for example. You could be definitely dealing with a Leo. But you're both very strong. You're both very in charge. You're both very smart and powerful. And this is like balancing the scales is what I'm getting, and something balancing. So making sense. So if something in your life has been kind of repeating, this is kind of like they exchanged information with you. You exchanged information with them or something, or you exchanged information with each other, and now things just are making sense, and someone was able to kind of like break a cycle because of that, and they were able to like figure it out, and they were able to make things right. This is making things right here in the future. This is finding a way. Like I said, this is finding a way. This is understanding. This is something wasn't working. Something wasn't working. And it was causing someone some like anxiety. How they were looking at it was definitely causing someone some sleepless nights and some anxiety. There was a lot of worrying going on. This person or you might have some like, what I'm getting now is like financial problems. Like someone was really, okay, so if you're not doing that great financially, and you're only looking at you're not doing that great financially, this is like taking a situation where you're at like rock bottom and then completely changing your mindset to like look at it a different way, and then you are able to like, you know, change that situation just from flipping around and seeing it a different way and in your mind. And this is someone showing you that. You might be learning that you can do that. You can just flip the situation just based on how you see it. Or this may be someone else who, I'm getting like a very like fortune teller type of feel when I look at that ball there, like someone holding the ball there and they can actually see. So you could be dealing with a fire sign who definitely has some very intuitive, like they can really see the future. They can really predict the future here. And this person can look in their crystal ball, for example, and they can see, they're seeing what's already happening. Someone is very in the future already. They already know what's happening. They're seeing it. And possibly you, or you might be not sure how they're doing it, okay? So, or the other person, if it's you that's seeing it, it's like they're trying to figure it out. They're like, how did this person do that? How did this person know? Someone is definitely trying to figure out how that person knows. That person knows. They're just trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out how this person knows. And this person can see the other person is stressed, okay, and having sleepless nights and worrying and having anxiety and not sleeping very well, and they're having other areas in their life suffer, and like their pinnacles, for example, here, and they're having all of these things, and it's how they're looking at the situation is kind of affecting the situation here, okay? It's definitely because in the outcome here we have the Seven of Swords and the King of Cups, okay? So it literally with those two cards, it's like someone's got a lot on them, okay? It's like almost too difficult to carry. But at the same time, they've got a lot of things that they're, you know, a lot of offers. What I'm trying to say is this is someone who possibly has a lot of good things that they could be grateful for, but because they focus on this, that's all they're seeing, okay? They're not focused on, hey, look at all these offers coming in the future. Look at all my cups. Look at all of these opportunities. Look at all of these jobs that are coming in, or look at this raise that I'm getting, or look at, you know, this new relationship or this offer to go out on a date. Like, look at all of these things. And this person over here, they don't look at it like that. They look at this is just more of a burden, and how they're looking at it is really, it needs to be flopped around, because this is, you got to be grateful. Like, I'm not saying you got to be, yeah, you got to be grateful for even the hard times, because the hard times is what makes us stronger, makes us, you know, stronger, and gets us through, and we can get ourselves through these hard times. And there are some hard times, and someone here, I'm just getting like, someone here can see all of this. So if this is you, and you can see someone going through a struggle, you know, help them see where they can be more grateful, for example, instead of just focusing on how hard it is, or you know, because someone here is kind of feeling down and helpless and hopeless, and I think that some information is going to come through, and that's going to change the situation, because we've got the Eight of Wands. So that's really fast communication coming in. That's action. That's changing a direction, like I said. Someone is seeing and they're getting themselves unstuck, and they just, it's like going from back against the wall, I have no options, to I have so many options, right? And that can also be a little overwhelming, because now you have so many options, you actually have to pick one, right? And that might be, or pick two or three, possibly. And that might be even causing more stress. And there's a lot of decisions that you're going to need to be making, or this person is going to be needing to make in the future. And someone can see either what you're going through, or you can see what they're going through, and someone can help. Okay, someone is going to help. So you are going to help someone, or someone is going to help, and they're going to lighten your load, and they're going to offer to take a cup or two off of, like, say for example, if you are overworked and overstressed, somebody's going to take some of that load, because they're going to help you carry it. You're not going to be carrying it alone. Someone is going to help. I see either a water sign, but it could be any sign. Someone who's really caring, someone who's very nurturing, someone with a lot to offer. This person is going to, and they're also a king. There could be queen, but king or queen, but this, female or male, it doesn't matter. But this person is going to lighten the load for you, or this information is going to come in and it's going to lighten your load, or something like that. So something's coming in to lighten your load, and all of this worry and stress, you're going to see things a little differently. Someone is showing you something a little differently. Okay, so we've got card number 55, and that's my dreams are the signature to my potential. And that is card number 55. Okay. Card number 55. Your dreams matter, and so do you. You have inspiration that comes to you daily, but you may be ignoring it instead of you may be ignoring it. Instead of worrying about how or when it can happen, focus on taking clear steps to make it happen. You are in charge of your own life. The outcome is in your hands. This is empowering, because whatever you think and believe, you can achieve. If you want more abundance, focus on feeling abundant within. If you want to find your soulmate, focus on giving yourself the love you so desire. Everything you want is on its way to you, but it can't come to you if you aren't taking action on your dreams daily. Commit daily to your dreams, for they are signatures to your potential. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, and I hope this kind of clarified that first reading. And like I said, if you haven't watched that, you might want to go back and check it out. If you haven't had a chance yet, comment, like, and subscribe. I also have the description box where I'll put songs or any information that came through in the reading. You might want to check that out as well. And I'm also offering a September special, and that's going to be 5 additional minutes. So basically my readings are $1 per minute, starting at 15 minute readings, and going up to 45 minutes, I believe. And anyways, it's just an additional 5. So for example, if you got a $15 reading, that's 15 minutes normally, then you just add 5 more minutes, so $15 is 20 minutes. Okay, well, I will see you next time, and I hope this helped.